Excellent. Okay. Well, it looks like I got the overlay to work. I had to kind of mess around with it, but I can see myself down there now on the Twitch stream, so hopefully y'all can see me now. Hello. All right, so all right, welcome to Inky Inspiration. My name is Jeremy. Today we're gonna work on two different things. First is a little doodle that I had in mind. Thought about it a couple days ago. Wrote it down in my doodle idea book that I keep by the side of my bed. And now I'm gonna try to do it. It's probably not gonna turn out like how I'm thinking it, but that doesn't matter. It'll still look interesting, hopefully. And the other thing we're gonna do today is do some wood burning. I have this really cheap piece of wood, I think that I got from Hobby Lobby. It came in a pack of I don't know, quite a few for a couple bucks. And I have also with me my really cheap wood burning tool here. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but the tips of these kind of screw in like that. And I recently moved all of my equipment. I moved it to a different room, and I cannot find any of the tips besides this one. This was the one that I left in the pen or in the tool. So we'll see what we can do with just this one tip. It's kind of a utility tip anyway, so we can use it I think for pretty much anything. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that second. All right. So, I had this really weird idea for a doodle. I don't know how or why it came to mind. But I just realized that I have it. There we go. I don't know how or why it came to mind, but I had this idea of like a tank, but it's actually a big head. It has a big cannon coming out of its forehead. Head cannon. Which is actually the first time I heard the phrase head cannon. This is kind of what I had imagined. So, let's see if I can, I'm a little nervous to start, actually. When you get specific pictures in your mind, it's sometimes it gets hard to start out because you have a specific image. You want it to look like something. And you're afraid you make that first mark and then it just won't be like how you imagine it to be. So, whenever I get nervous starting out a picture, I like to do a border first. I find that helps get things going. For those of you watching, if you'd like, why don't you grab a pen and you could do some drawing too. You don't have to draw what I'm drawing. You can draw whatever you want. You know, just get your creative juices flowing. So, let's see. I'm going to do a little gray dealy in here. Let's see. I'm going to... just like a tiny little pattern on the border. You know, make a little frame. That way you at least have something down on the paper, and you can move on from there. I find sometimes just having a blank piece of paper in front of you can be a little bit, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not threatening, but like a little bit, makes you nervous. All right. We got a little border going on here. We might add a little bit more detail just to just because it's fun to add detail sometimes. And also maybe I'm stalling because I don't want to start on the big picture yet, but it's not that big of a deal. It's my picture. I can do what I want with it. Just like when you're drawing, it's your picture and you can do whatever you want with yours. There we go. Alright, now how small does this pen look on the camera? Ooh, fairly small. I guess I might stick with the big Sharpies for right now and then use these small point ones for just for you know, doing shadow or detail or whatnot. But I think I'm actually going to use a pencil first. So I guess I'm just sort of drawing out real quick what I, kind of a rough outline of what I want this weird doodle to look like. I'm realizing that is a bit not quite the right angle that I want to work on. If you all have any suggestions about anything you want to see, like any colors you want me to use or anything like that, you just go ahead and leave a comment and I'll be able to see it. And we can see what we can do. Yeah, that's a bit more kind of the angle I wanted. Kind of looks like an angry egg. Maybe I should give him like a helmet or something. Not sure. Sorry about that. Sometimes if something's going wrong in my stream and I can't see it, sometimes my wife will let me know. Like if you can't hear anything or you can't see anything. She's good about that. Very helpful. I'm going to move this cannon down a little bit more. I think I want to make it come out a little bit further too. So let's say that the window for it is like right here. We have our cannon coming. Well, let's put it a little bit more of an angle too. And let's give it like a muzzle, kind of. And then we can do like an army helmet on top to you know, give our head cannon a little bit of extra protection. Oh, there it is. Because it's looking a lot like an egg. That's okay. Let's see. Let's put like a net over the helmet to That's a thing I think I've seen in like army movies, Platoon or something. Doesn't have to be too precise. There we go. Little net over his head. I like how it's turning out so far. I mean, it's looking pretty weird, but... Alright, so let's make him less egg-like. We will put some ears on him. Alright, we'll give him... You know, I'm kind of making him look angry. I really wanted to make him look more... I don't know, like bored. But... I guess angry will work too. Let's see. Give him some big eyes in here. Put some stuff on it, some like little ends on the part of his mouth. I think that adds a little like makes it, I don't know if it makes it look like his cheeks are a little chubby or what, but I like it. All right, let's work on these treads for the tank. Messed that part up a little bit. That's okay. I'm not really too entirely sure what a tank's treads look like. I don't play many games with tanks or watch very many movies with tanks in them. I feel like they look something like that. What we should probably do is make the top of the tread kind of cover up part of those part of the wheels. That's looking pretty strange. Put some shadow inside the cannon mount in there. All right. So that's the basic concept, I think. Now, I don't know if I want to go over this with Sharpie or if I want to go over it with my my other markers. Let's see. Let's use one of my pens first. And then, if it turns out that that's too small, we can always go over it again with Sharpie. If you're just joining, welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Alright, let's start with the helmet strap. Why not? It's as good a place as any to start with the inking. And do this little buckle on it. I mean, he's got a helmet, but that doesn't... He has to wear the helmet, but that doesn't mean he has to buckle it, I guess. Actually, I don't know how he would buckle it, seeing as he doesn't have any hands. Maybe the tank crew that rides inside of him didn't do a full maintenance check beforehand. And that's why his helmet isn't buckled. Alright, drawing this muzzle on the cannon here. You know, I should really wait to put in the detail, or the shading and stuff in when I'm using the smaller pens. So I might hold off on that for now. Let's build the little porthole. I don't know what you would call it. I guess you'd call it a porthole. I mean, well, that seems kind of redundant. Both a port and a hole. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should give him some eyebrows too. I kind of forgot about that. And did these like this big furrowed brow, but you put some eyebrows in there. Give him like really big bushy eyebrows. What do you think? Like that. Alright, let's do his cheek and his chin here. I like it. It's looking weird. I was going with weird. I'm really frustrated about these, I don't know, these lines on my picture here. I'm not sure what to do about that. I've tried different kinds of lighting, and they really haven't seemed to make too big of a difference. You can see even if I turn my lighting off, it still creates those I think it's just because the camera maybe can't handle the capture rate or something. I'm not sure, but it is a bit bothersome. It doesn't seem to matter. Alright, what's going on? I shouldn't have messed with anything. It looks like it is all messed up right now. Sorry, y'all. I'm not sure what I did to this program here, but there we go. Now it's back. Oh. What is going on with this thing? Because now I'm gone. I didn't actually like change anything though. Sorry everybody, I don't know what happened with this. I didn't switch anything off. I just got all changed around, and I don't even know what I did. Oh, this is so frustrating. See, the problem is it's showing up fine on my... Oh, there it goes. It's showing up fine on my preview, but it wasn't showing up on y'all's end. It wasn't showing up on the Twitch stream. That was bizarre. Alright, gonna leave that all alone for now. Whew. Jeez. Oh, got coffee on myself. Alright. Let's move back to this thing. Doing his weird ears here. Get those eyes in there. It's like tight mouth. It's like a line for a mouth. Alright, let's fill in these like caterpillar treads. having a little problem with the perspective on how the treads are supposed to look when they go over the end there. Well, if it doesn't turn out, that's okay. I'll just learn for next time. Alright, let's put our wheels. Clean that up a little bit. Alright, and then we'll go back in and add a few details to that in a minute with a finer point pen. It's looking okay. I mean, it's definitely surreal, which is what I was going for. I don't know. What do y'all think? It's looking pretty strange. Maybe I should color the inside of this tread black. I'll think about it. Alright, let's do these big eyebrows. See if we can get those to look good. These big hairy eyebrow caterpillars. Eyebrows are good. They cover up a lot of space in a picture. And they can be very expressionistic. I mean, it's like one of the main things to give expressions. I think I made maybe that one a little less bushy than the other, but not bad though. I'll grab a finer point pen real quick. Alright, let's put in some detail. Let's see, first I think we will fill in this area with some shadowing. Shadowing with some shading. Shadowing. Alright, let's do the net over his Oh, would you look at that? I'll do the net over his helmet now. good. I'm gonna fill in. I think I'm gonna fill in the strap on his helmet. I think I'm gonna make it black. Looks like, I don't know, like black leather or something. So it seems like I get a better effect with the cameras if I just have just natural light and I don't have my lamps on it. Maybe it's because I don't know if it's because my camera can't handle it. I mean, it was a fairly cheap camera, so that might be it. Might be because the lights are too yellow and it can't register that. If you're good with cameras, let me know what I can do differently. Alright. I want to put like a little, like some screws in here. Like that. Let's add a little detail to these wheels in the middle of the tire treads. Whoops. Kind of messed up that circle. Looks more like a lima bean. No big deal. I guess these screws are a flathead. Oh man. Alright. Oh. Hello, cat. Scratching on my pants. Let's put some like kind of wrinkles on here. Okay. That's looking good. Oh, you know what? I never even colored in his eyes. I wonder why I didn't do that first. Usually I do the eyes first as a frame of reference for the rest of the drawing. But I didn't this time. How are y'all doing out there? It's the middle of the week. I know for some people it's the first week back to school or back to work maybe after the holidays, which is probably hard. It could be I know personally it's been kind of a stressful week. having to get the kids back into the swing of things, back to going into school, and help my wife when she gets going back to school. And then having to get used to not having people around the house again, which is always strange. Like having time by myself, but sometimes it's just weird to realize that there's nobody here but me and the cats. I guess Waffles is keeping me company today. She's been sticking around. My other cat, Peanut Butter, he always seems to be sticking around to keep company, knocking things out of my hands and whatnot. I really don't like this gap I left between the bridge of his nose and his eye. But I don't really know if there's anything I can do about it right now that won't make it look that won't make it kind of like overcrowded. Let's fill in the interior of these tire treads. I decided I didn't want to make them completely black because I feel like that would be make it too difficult to understand what was going on maybe at a glance. But if we do something like this and kind of use it to reinforce the angle that the picture is at, as well as show that it's like kind of darker on the inside here, and differentiate the inside of the tire track to the outside. What do y'all think? I think that I'm gonna grab my colored pencils and fill this in, maybe. Give it a little bit of shadow underneath it there. Alright. This is your chance. If you want me to use any specific colors on here, let me know. Alright. I think in some of my earlier videos I talked about how my current pencil sharpener did not do a good job. So I got a new one. Part of it, I think, is just because of the composition of the Prismacolor pencils. A bit more oily. Ooh, pink? Okay. We're gonna do some pink. Definitely. Thanks for your input. Ooh, maybe I should get him like some pink around his cheeks, like make him like what is it, rosy cheeked, whatever. And do his helmet pink too. I was originally gonna do it green, but grab out some pink. How about some magenta for like for accents on the pink? You think that would be okay? Let me fold this up again. Oh, I love this thing. This is a great little pencil case. Alright, so I got my pink, excuse me, my magenta, chocolate covered almonds. Alright, let's start with his helmet here. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate my choice. It's like a cotton candy pink. Okay. Oh, let's see. Apparently, oh, it's just plain pink. How's your day going, Philly? Am I pronouncing that right? Philly? I'm a bit dyslexic, so sometimes I have trouble with phonics. Is your Wednesday going okay? I feel like this is the first kind of normal week after all the holiday craziness. Let's make the back of his helmet a little bit darker color. Kind of gives it like some depth, like it's rounded. Philly, if I may ask, how did you find my channel? Just for curiosity's sake. And did you find me just scanning through all the live Twitter or Twitch feeds, or did you see my Instagram, or what made you click on me? Oh no. Hate it when that happens. Luckily, I got new pencil sharpener, seems to be working well. They had like the Prismacolor brand pencil sharpener at the store, and it was like, oh my gosh, maybe it's not working too well. The tip has become lodged inside of the sharpener itself. Ugh. Oh. Well, hey, Fiona. So, let's see. It's probably like the middle of the day or later for you. Probably a lot later. Like sometime in the afternoon. I mean, that is depending on where you, if you still live in Europe now. Just put, I don't want to put too much magenta down here, make it too dark, but I want a little bit at least. Oh yeah, so it's getting late for y'all over there. Well, hey, I appreciate you looking up my my videos. It's pretty cool of you. All right. Let's get a little bit more right down here, like right at the base kind of his helmet. Man, maybe I should have bought the name brand sharpener, seeing as this one doesn't seem to be able to deal with the Prismacolors either. But it's like $12 for a pencil sharpener. It just seems like a bit much. So how's life treating you, Fiona? I hope things are going all right. You have a good Christmas over there? Probably did. I enjoyed Christmas when I was living in Germany. I feel like I'm not actually going to get time to do the wood burning. We'll see. Should probably make time for it. If you're not really focusing on the picture, it almost looks like he's wearing a baseball, like a pink baseball hat. Like this is like the brim of the hat. Alright, so we're just gonna do like a little base coat of this like boring peach color, and then we're gonna go back in and give him like, use the pink and give him some pink highlights around various places. So for example, let's give a little pink on his nose here. Do a little pink here underneath his eyes too. Not too much, just a touch. You do some pink around his mouth. And now, let's kind of pink up these cheeks a little bit. Give him a ruddy glow. I was just telling my wife not too long ago about is that when we went on that band trip in Germany, and we went to man, I can't remember the name of the town, but they had like a big Christmas market out, and it was snowing and stuff. I think we bought like some hot cider or something. Oh, and me and Remy bought those like weird white masks from like that party store just to be silly. Kind of creepy though. I miss that kind of thing. First of all, well, I miss the snow. We don't really have maybe it was the Vienna trip. I honestly don't remember. We went on a couple trips, I think, with band. We went on one where we like stayed in a houseboat. That was pretty cool. I miss the snow a lot, though. We don't get much snow here in Texas. Let's put a little pink underneath his helmet, like the color of the helmet is casting a pink glow onto his skin there. We actually did get... Oh, that was... Yeah, Budapest. That was it. We actually did get snow here in San Antonio this year, and it was pretty crazy. Like, they haven't gotten snow down here in a long time. Several years. So, but I do miss like the huge amount of snow that we would get living in Germany. Also, we don't really have any outdoor markets. I mean, there are some places here that are like kind of outdoor, like flea markets. But you don't see like any, at least not very much, like handcrafted goods. It's mostly just people selling their old junk or selling surplus amounts of toilet tissue or something like that. Okay, not too bad looking. Let's do these wheels. Actually, I want to kind of get this finished so I can do at least a little bit of wood burning before the end of my stream, because I promised that I would. I might just make my stream a little bit longer today, because I don't want to you know, fake. I want to keep my word. Let's make these circles a lot darker here. I need a little bit more coffee. Yeah, those band trips are something I really remember fondly about MIS. There's a lot of things about that school I do not remember fondly. um, but there's definitely parts that were good. Let's see. What are some other good memories from high school? I remember that they put all the art students had like an art show, but it was in a barn from the farm next door. So you'd have to like walk across the field to go over to the barn to look at all the art between classes, and that was cool. I liked that. I think that was the first year, and then the second year they just set up all the art inside the main auditorium. They like set up like some curtains to divide walls up, and I thought that was cool too. I remember that first year in the art barn, like one of the first pictures displayed, like the one of the first ones up when you went in was like a close-up portrait of a woman's breasts, like one covering them up and one like this. And I remember thinking to myself that it was amazing that was in a high school art exhibit. Like, I can't imagine a high school in America having an exhibit and having a big picture of breasts being one of the first things, or in at all. I can't imagine that at all in high school here. Let's put a little brown on his eyebrows to just give him a little bit more color there. Make him stand out a little bit more. Stand out, I mean, they're already big black lines. But the devil's in the details, they say. When I look back at my time in high school, I'm pretty amazed at all the things that I got away with doing, and how it would have been so much different if I had lived here for that time. I'm glad that I got to experience that. I think it was a good thing. Cut that out. Cat's clawing up my stuff. Let's put a little black back here too on these things, because they're in the shadow. I guess I did not go into this kind of I did not think about shading or anything. I was originally just thinking I was going to do it with Sharpies, which do not lend themselves to shading at all. But all right, I think I might be done with this. I'll just do a little bit in the background here. I'll do a little bit of green at the top and a little bit of brown for the rest of it to make it like hinting at the idea of trees in the background, maybe. Let's see. If it's 5 or 6 there, I guess you already had work today, huh? How was work, Fiona? Let's see. Oh. One more part. Oh. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Or what's left of it, I guess, for you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye. That's a little bit bright. Oh well, that looks good. Alright. I think that particular picture is finished. Put all of my pencils back so I don't lose them. I actually found several pencils while I was moving my stuff, and they go missing if I don't pay attention. Alright, so there is the head cannon. Looking weird. You know, if I was smart, I would have had this already plugged in and warming up, because it will take a couple minutes for it to get all ready. I love chocolate covered nuts. Good stuff. Alright, well, so I don't really have any kind of plan for this at all. It's getting there. Dang, that thing warms up fast. Do y'all have any idea what I should do? I think maybe I'll just I have no idea. Where did I put that thing? You know what? This gives me a good opportunity to use this. Oh! I will be right back. Just need to grab something real quick. Alright, I'm back. That wasn't even 5 minutes. So this is my cheat sheet for doodling. Every time I think of an idea, something I put it in here to kind of reference. Or if I ever see something that I really like in somebody else's thing, I'll just recreate it in here. And I guess technically it's stealing. Sometimes. What should I do? I could try to do like a city. Be interesting. Let's see. How hot is this? Ooh. It's definitely getting there. Alright. First I'm going to I'm going to make a make like the ground. Whoops. Really like the smell of the burning wood. Alright, let's start with some buildings. We'll start with something really simple. Like a simple square office building. Let's burn some windows in it. There we go. And do a little bit of a taller one over here. Make it tall and skinny. Very narrow. We'll give it kind of a peaked roof, but not like a very big peak. Just a little bit. And you know what? For this one, I think I will put some like windows. We'll do some kind of big windows. This wood is really soft. That's probably why it was so cheap. I made this one a little bit far apart, these two lines here. Alright. We'll do a tiny little building, like hiding behind this one. Make it long, a long little building. I'm noticing that everything's kind of angled, kind of like sloping like that. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Ooh, that was a big burn right there. And this one, let's see if we can just kind of char the wood on top, just ever so slightly. I'm getting my tip is getting covered with like burned wood residue. Luckily, I grabbed my art rag. It's okay if I burn it a little bit because it's already covered in paint and stuff, so dedicated art rag. Not a problem if it gets burnt. Alright, now let's make a really tall building. This one will be pretty wide. Let's see, this one's gonna have like an executive floor. Oh. Let's move my camera just a little bit down this way, because I tend to hold the wood burning quite close to my face, and it kept getting out of the camera range. Oh my gosh. Whew. Hand cramping like nobody's business. Whenever I do something that looks like something like a big city like this, I think of there is a part in Fantasia 2000. It takes place in a city, and the music for that one is Rhapsody in Blue, which I love. I think it's a really good song, and that version they use for that one's very nice too. It's like a very jazzy tune by George Gershwin. But anyway, the little movie that they do for that particular song takes place in a big city, and so it starts with a single line being drawn across, and then the single line kind of makes or draws the whole city skyline, and I really like it. I like that whole part, but I like that beginning spot especially. Get some good plumes of smoke. I like the smell of the wood burning, but I'm pretty sure that this particular piece of wood is been treated with some sort of chemical that's a little nauseous. Makes me a little nauseous. Not looking too bad. You know what, I think it would look good if we added some of these down here too. Like that. Alright, let's put another building in here. Let's see, this one will be like an apartment building. These are all the little windows for the apartments. Now, I think I might have said this before, but this wood burner was kind of cheap. And you can really tell because once it starts warming up and getting really hot, the handle gets really hot too. It's like they didn't test that. This little building back here, let's do a little burn on that too. Looking good. Alright, our Our building's starting to get really tall. I'm gonna brush this tip off real quick. If it gets too much burnt wood on it, then it will stop burning quite as strongly, which is not helpful. Let's put like a tall antenna on this one. One's gonna have a few very thin, very long windows on it. There we go. If you just joined, thank you. I appreciate your views. How are you doing this Wednesday? I'm just working with my, just kind of experimenting, I guess, with my wood burning tool here. I just figured doing a city might be a good little experiment. It's hard to do rounded edges with this sometimes, so I figured, you know, little wood burn city, not too many rounded edges. These windows are getting bigger as they get to the bottom, and they're also curving. But that's okay. The whole thing kind of is curving. Makes it look a little bit more. I think it's actually kind of cool. Maybe I'll put some paint on this. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have painted it first if I was going to put paint on it. I don't want to like cover up all the wood burns. Let's make this one really dramatically angled. Yeah. What do you think so far? I think it's looking pretty good. Have some coffee. I'm out. That's okay. It was all pretty cold anyway. Fuck, I need to wear a glove when I'm doing this. It's getting pretty hot. Alright. You know what else cities have on their skylines? For a lot of them is some sort of rounded... Oh no. Sometimes the tip of this becomes loose, and it's really frustrating when that happens. Use my art towel to kind of tighten it back in. There we go. Ooh, that's a good burn. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do some sort of like a space needle or like a saucer, one of those kind of things. We have one here in San Antonio as well. I don't actually know what it's called. I'm digging this song. What is it? Blue Tech. Interesting. Kind of clip, or kind of chip hop, breakbeat kind of music. I like it. Let's give it a little antenna on top too. Boop. Alright, let's do some windows. I'm not sure. Let's see. I feel like the whole thing might be windows. Whew. Alright, so that's what happens if you use just the sharp point of the tip. It's fairly difficult to get a straight line doing that, but it gives kind of a cool pocketed effect. Interesting. Let's do it again. If we can. Well, thank you, Sergeant Hatred. I appreciate it. I hope your Wednesday is going well. I hope your class at school, the kids are not being too terrible. There, it's looking good. Let's put a really tall kind of I feel like I need one more. Like right here. Behind it. I don't know what this building is. It's feels like it was not really well designed, whoever made it. Let's see. Need one more over here. Need to fill in this space. Right here. You know what kind of windows we haven't done yet are really long vertical windows. So let's do that. Oh, man. Getting so much, like, crud at the end of this. Better. Whew. Oh man, that was a... I think one of the other reasons why this one is so cheap is it seems to fluctuate in heat pretty dramatically sometimes. Sometimes it can be really hot and burn really deep, and sometimes it can be not hot at all and just barely scorch anything. All right. Let's do something on the ground here. I think I like the idea of doing kind of marks like this. This is mostly just kind of experimenting with what kind of burns I can do, I guess. Alright, let's do some crisscross kind of ones. Ooh, that was a big plume of smoke there. I'm enjoying this song too. STS9. That is an obscure title. I feel like that's probably in reference to something that I don't understand. I feel like it's probably in reference to something that nobody but the band might understand. Looks like the band is called Peoples, which is a weird name. We are Peoples, and we are here to rock your world. Alright. Sound Tribe Sector 9. Is that really what it stands for, or are you just making that up? Oh yeah, I put a little widget down there so you could see the so you can see what I'm listening to, which is very cool, I feel. I also put a little widget on there so people can see my streaming schedule. I can put like a calendar. It has like a calendar. And put some clouds. Mostly now I'm just trying to see how I can draw curved lines using this thing. It's a little bit difficult. I swear the song is using sound effects from Spyro 2. There's a very obscure tabletop RPG called Tribe 9, which takes place in Canada after like some great apocalypse, and everybody is back to being like kind of like back in the Bronze Age. But also there's like a hell rift opened up, and there's like demons, and there's also like physical gods, and each tribe is based off of or like worships and practices faith of one of the gods. And Tribe 9 doesn't have a god actually. Their god, I can't remember if their god died or if it never existed or if their god abandoned the tribe. It's a weird game, and I don't know if it's ever actually played, but I have one of the books. It was a really lucky find. I have to clean this real quick. Alright, almost done. I just want to kind of put a little burn on the clouds so they're differentiated from the city. I'm not sure I like this song so much. But I'm in the middle of something and don't really feel like changing the music. This is what I mean by this pen kind of fluctuating in heats. Right now it seems to, it's kind of cooled off, and so I can't get quite as even a burn. I guess these are storm clouds. It's not actually looking too bad, I don't think. I can kind of use this burn pattern to reinforce the roundness of the clouds. It's all rainy and gross outside, kind of foggy. I mean, I wish it would just rain, or not at, or just. I wish it would rain or be sunny. I don't want it. I don't like this in between kind of look. Almost done. Just one little bit right here. All right. I think we're done. That turned out pretty okay. Come on. There we go. Wanted to unplug that. Yeah, so not bad. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, let's see if it has any heat left. There. I missed that tiny part right there, and I wanted to get it. I don't know if I'll color it or not. Maybe sometime later. But as for now, I think it was a fun little experiment, messing around with the wood burner. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Well, anyway, thank y'all for watching. Let's see. I think today was a successful day overall. Did run a little bit late, but that's alright. I was doing it for a good reason. Let's see. If you like my work, I'm going to put pictures of these as well as other pictures, stuff that I don't make here. I'll put it all on my Instagram at Inky Inspiration. If you like my art and you want to own some of it, you can go to Society 6 at Inky Inspiration, and you can find all kinds of art that I've created and put on there. You can buy yourself something. I have one of their ceramic travel mugs here with one of my designs on it. I think this one is titled Worms or Spaghetti. But I like it. It's pretty strong. And it has a really cool lid. It just sort of fits right in there. Just slides open and closed. It's very convenient. I don't know, I'd say it holds about like 12 ounces. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.